Won't be long, guys. It's getting organised in here. Just got to let the music fade out, guys. Up, Ellie. Oh, okay, right. Thank you. We've had such a hiccup tonight. Oh my gosh. I left my phone at home. I had no internet here. We've had Ellie trying to use a hotspot, then the SWR one kicks in, and then we couldn't get on air just now. We had 2 songs going. It's just been an absolute it's like a party trick tonight. See how far you can go before you crack. So never mind. We're here. We're live. Like I said, I'm an international psychic medium. I do relay direct messages from spirit through to you. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page on Facebook. You'll see me there live. It's Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Thank you guys for telling me there's no sound, but I'm assuming there is sound now, which is pretty cool. All right, let's say hello to a few people. Ellie. So welcome to the show, Ellie. You feeling okay?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. Yep. She's over the actual monitors. I've got 5 monitors in front of me. I've got to look over the monitor to see Ellie tonight. Unlike the other radio station, she sits pretty much right next to me, which is really cool. So we've got here Karen Riley's first off the mark here tonight. Jewel Polgley's in 3rd position. Oh my gosh, where is Michelle Coburn? Oh my gosh, Michelle Coburn, 4th or 5th place here. What is going on? Darlena George beat you. Good evening, Darlena. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, Michelle. Good evening, Tracy Gibson. Gail Fry, good evening. She said, it's like it was meant to be. Love being here. I hope this day has treated you both well. Yes, I've had a really busy weekend, actually, to be honest. Haley Dawes, good evening. Blessing you and you all. Thank you. We've got Karen Riley, good evening. She's saying hi, young Jules. We've also got Lo Brown here. Good morning. Good morning all, but I don't like to say good morning because it's morning, like in a funeral. So I just say good day or hi, or, good day, as us Aussies do. Sharon Bailey, she said, is it just me or there's no sound? No, there was no sound. Jamea Lee, good evening. We've got Haley Dawes, good evening. What else have we got here? Michelle Harris, good evening. Karen Kalimkat, good evening. Ellie Grace, good evening. Oh, sound is fine. Ellie Grace. Amanda Daniel, Holly Burling, she's here. Oh, she's calling her in. Susan McDonald, the sun is rising and so am I. It's been really awful weather here the last couple of days. It's been absolutely freezing this afternoon. Oh, gosh, it was so cold. Susan McDonald, rising from Bowmanville in Ontario. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love knowing who I'm helping around the world or where I'm helping from. Haley Dawes, good evening. So I just do this to say hello to everyone or to say good evening to everyone, I should say, to draw in spirit so that spirit comes through for you. But it was really quite weird. This morning when I woke up, I had issues with my right thigh and I didn't have any issues before I went to bed, and then I felt like someone was stabbing me in the actual right thigh. So now that I've said it, I hope that this one is for someone. Well, I don't really hope that that's for someone, but I'm just hoping that it's not my leg. But yes, Davenport and Tasmania, Amanda Daniel. Good evening. Thank you. We've got Sarah Crichton from cloudy UK. Yes, we're all cloudy over here too, and raining and awful yucky weather. Greetings all to Karen. That's a nice way of saying it too. Greetings. Tracy Roach, good evening. Who else have we got here, Ellie? Whoops. We have Crystal Brownmores, good evening. Oh, she's there in the AM, we're in the PM here. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. So same here, same in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is horrible, raining, foggy, and it's Canada Day weekend. Wow. So tell me where you're from, guys. And if you've got any spiritual questions other than a reading question, I'm happy to answer them as well tonight. I was going to talk about, and I heard this really, really good saying, and for the life of me, I can't remember how it goes, but on TikTok, I like TikTok because it's quite awake over there, and there was a guy on there, and he was talking about relationships and how people, and he was a male, and he was saying that how people ask him all the time whether he's going to get, and he was some sort of spiritual person as well, whether they're going to get back together with their ex. And pretty much he kind of said the same thing as me. An ex is an ex for a reason, you know. So when you're in a relationship, guys, and it's not working, sometimes spirit works even harder and harder and harder against you, so that you can learn the lessons of not allowing people to treat you to treat you so badly, you know. So not allow them to treat you without respect. And you know, some people in this world just take, and they don't give. And I'm certainly not one of them. I give a lot of my free time to people around the world so that I can do this, so that people can have some guidance, some motivation when it's required, and also some peace from their past loved ones that have passed over. And it's not easy being a medium sometimes, because when you're a medium, you feel pretty much everything. You see things, you feel things, you hear things, you know things, you feel the pain. Like I remember working at being at one of my clients' studios going back a few years ago, and the sister was there, and all of a sudden I had a heart attack, and it wasn't my heart. I know it wasn't my heart, but it was her having issues with her heart. And sure as ever, I just mentioned to her, do you have anything, you know, like, I feel a bit weird, do you have anything wrong with your heart? And I normally would never say that, and then all of a sudden, yes, and she's burst into tears and blah blah blah. And I went, oh my God, I didn't mean to make you cry. But sure as ever, I have to check in when you're a medium. You have to check in with people all the time just to see if it's not you having all these issues. So you can imagine if I'm standing next to someone and I've got, you know, a sore shoulder, or my leg feels like it's cut off, I've got to sometimes check in and just say, hey, you know, do you have something wrong with your knee or your foot, or do you ever had, you know, like pins and needles really badly once and you couldn't walk and blah blah blah? And they'll go, yeah, how'd you know that? And I said, oh, you know, I don't know, I just had a gut feeling about it. But yes, it's sometimes hard to be a medium, that's for sure, especially when you get the pain. I like to get rid of the pain straight away. Otherwise, it can linger on all night. So I like to feel like get that pain and say it and get it out and move on really quickly. Otherwise, I'll have I'll be stabbed, or I'll be broken legged, or no leg, or something else, you know. So, but let's go and start some readings here. I feel like this is enough people in the live at the moment. So love, like, and share the page. Michelle Harris, good evening. So I hope you're both well. Yes, Haley Dawes, all good now, thank you. Sharon Bailey, good evening. She says, hi, Lesley, a beautiful friend just passed over last week. Are there any messages you can give me regarding her or about anything generally? So Sharon Bailey. Well, I don't know if you were on here, Sharon, when I was talking about that pain in the top part of my thigh before, but I also get pain. I'm also getting pain around the back area, around the right shoulder blade. So when I had the cancer, I also had an issue with my gallbladder. It was a non-functioning gallbladder, and it caused me a lot of pain. And they're showing me like a stabbing pain between the shoulder blades and the rhomboid. So right between the shoulder blades, and that's what I'm feeling here right now. So is anyone around you or yourself has had issues with gallbladder, or just issues around the back with the stabbing pain in the back, or someone's been stabbed in the back, I should say? And I don't like using that word too freely either. It's not these days anyway. But I feel like there's something not right with gallbladder. I get the number 16 and 7 and July around you. And I also feel like there's some issues around family communication at the moment. It's like everything is just and someone's treading on eggshells around people. And I feel like this might be you. Also giving me, I just went to write, but I couldn't write because I feel like I've either broken my wrist, or I've had a wrist sprain, or carpal tunnel, something like that, that's had issues with the wrist, or something with the back of my hand, because it just was really painful. And it's like you can't it's like the person can't even lift up groceries. When they clench their fist, they can't even lift up groceries as well. So I'm assuming it's either a break or a really, really bad sprain. Yes. But this going back to your friend that's passed over, I do feel like they had their heart on their sleeve as well. And they're also saying to me, thank you for what you've done, and they also appreciate everything that what's happened around. And I'm also getting itchy nose around you as well. So is there someone that's had like sinus or hay fever, or someone Ellie's already sneezed, and something around the nose? So I get the heart and the itchiness around the nose. But they're also saying to me that there's it was time for change for them, and it's time for change for you too, Sharon. And I don't know what they mean, but they say that you know what I mean as well. So I feel like there's some things that are just a little bit spiraling at home, and that there's someone's treading on eggshells, and it might be you. And I'll just leave that there. Thank you. But if you could validate that and type in capitals validation on the live here, and then let us know what the whole validation is, if you can, please. And if anyone else has got any validations from previously, that'll be amazing, because we love our meaty validations, don't we, Ellie? Yes, she's nodding her head. She loves it. I love it. So, and we've got Leah Sakaria. She's from New Zealand, watching from New Zealand. So, Michelle Harris is from Nottingham in the UK. I'd love to know if my mum and dad could be my guide. I'd love to know, please. Pretty much when your mum and dad, if people's parents pass over, they really, really don't leave the side. And, past loved ones don't really leave the side. Their souls are still alive. And, it's just like having, like the Harry Potter movie, how he has the invisible cloak. You got to think of your past loved ones like that, because they've got the invisible cloak. We can't see them, but they can see us, and they can see everything. And then they pull off that cloak to me, and they show me, and they stand on my right side. They don't stand on my left side, because your left brain hemisphere is the conscious mind, like the logical mind that's doing all the thinking, doing all the writing, doing all the studying and stuff and things like that, and listening to me. But the subconscious mind from the right side is all the right side brain is always the subconscious mind. So your past loved ones there, Michelle, are always with you. They're always with you. They don't leave anybody's side. They're actually, and I always explain them from all my shows, is that they are like the carcass of a vehicle, and then the actual motor comes out of the vehicle, and it goes and sits on the side of the road, and sure as ever, it's still running, and that's the soul of the person. And once like you see a lot of things on around the world and things like that, and I don't miss it because I'm a medium, but I see a lot of people that are quite how can I say this without being really, really bad on air, quite demonic, if you want to call it, and selling their souls kind of thing, like celebrities and stuff like that, singers. And once it's gone, it's sold, it's actually really gone for good. So and you can't get it back. So if that sounds really, really weird, then I'm not going to keep going with that, because it does sound weird. And I never thought of this like this before in my life. But yes, over the past few years, I have studied a lot of different things, and looking at numerology as well as the gematria, which is amazing. Just look that up, and you'll start to see little rituals here and there, and how spirit works, and how we're in kind of, the silent war. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Darlena George, I love what you're doing. So amazing. Thank you. Darlena, everybody can do this. Michelle Harris, everybody can do this. Everyone has the ability to be a psychic. It's just that we don't know how to use it. So everybody has this. And it just so happens that, I can actually tune in with my spirit, and I'm just a messenger. I'm not anything else other than a messenger. And I try and remain humble with this, because I don't want to get a big fat head, because if I do, I think spirit will stop the messages and pull me into line. So Leah Sakari, I would love a reading, please. So Leah. So welcome to the show again, Leah. So what do we get? I get the letter G around you with it like Gerard or Gerald. And I get an elderly man around you as well. And I feel like this is a father figure around you. And this man was quite tall, and they're also giving me pain in my ovaries. Do you have And you don't have to say this. You can always send me a message later. I'm the only one that reads my private messages. But I feel like this is a PCOS, like polycystic ovary syndrome here, or endometriosis somewhere, endo, because I feel like there's some issues around the ovaries, and they're showing me the uterus, and I don't know who that is around you, but this person suffers all the time, like monthly, all the time. And I feel like this is just kind of like getting this person down. But this is something that they can work with a functional medicine doctor, and to get their hormones up and to get everything running properly where it should be. So I do feel like this is more so the ovaries are upside down, if that makes sense. So, and I'm also getting a female with hair on the face, like not a beard, but like just an elderly lady that's actually grown a few hairs, and she's really quite embarrassed. She's going, "Stop saying that." And I go, "Well, what do you want me to say? You just told me that you've got hairs on your face." So, and I just see this elderly lady, and I feel like she's got her heart on her sleeve as well. And she used to she's showing me sitting on the front porch, but she's also showing me, and I feel like this lady might be, I'm not sure if I'm in the right spot here, but I feel like this lady has a darker color skin than everybody else, really quite olive skin. And she's sitting on the front porch, and this is an older style front porch. And this porch has got like the 3 steps up to the front, and she's also got the floor. It's like old-fashioned floorboards. It's a bit run down, the home, but it's like a two to 3 bedroom home, but she lives by herself, this elderly lady. I hope someone can take that, because she's quite cute. And I get the anxiety around you, Leah, as well. So a lot of people suffer from anxiety and depression. So anxiety comes from worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and depression comes from what's happened in the past. And you can't change your past, lovey. So, but they're showing me the quicksand around you, and I feel like the quicksand is actually pulling you in more, but you're not actually helping yourself by grabbing the rope to pull yourself out. Okay, because the rope of the quicksand is right at the edge to pull yourself out, but you're not actually doing that, lovey. So look for the chances of getting yourself out of the predicament that you're in, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. Any validations there, Ellie?
Yeah, there's one.
Okay, over to you.
So Sharon Bailey said, yes, my friend who passed had pain in the shoulder as she had a lung drained and her arm was very swollen.
Oh.
I did help her a lot before she left, and she did wear her heart on her sleeve, was very warm and caring. As for eggshells on my side, that rings true. Thank you for your guidance.
Wow.
Thanks to your guide.
Yeah, beautiful.
Confirmation that I need to make some new changes. Thanks, Lesley.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for the beautiful validation. That was Sharon Bailey, was it? Yeah. That's why I had the pain in my back, in my shoulder. That's what happens sometimes. It's like I've got to check in with people to see where the pain, who can take the pain, because otherwise I'm going to be walking around with pain all night. Like I've had that stab in the leg today, and that wasn't me. And it was fine when I went out to the shopping and got some grocery shopping, but later on I come back and it's still doing the same thing. I felt like I'd been bitten by something, but it wasn't. There was no markings, nothing on my leg. Oh, thank you, Donna. Loves the colors of my nails. That's my normal red color, but they sometimes mess up doing the nails. Sometimes they do them crooked, or and they're always in a hurry. And yeah, don't start me. Okay, so welcome to the show, guys. Come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, and iHeartRadio, Omni Studio. We're on quite a few channels. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, you need to actually send your message via the Facebook page, which is Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And Ellie will push anybody else that's on one of the other pages, the other 7 pages, over to this page here as well. That's why she's here. She loves doing that, don't you, Ellie? So in the spirit world, besides being with our loved ones, do we have tasks to do? Can we go where we want to? Do we learn up there besides our lessons on earth? Yes, Lovey. Look, a lot of people talk about, that's Darlene and George's message, but a lot of people talk about past lives, and, how does one valid a past life? Ah, one of my friends is just. I just got the text message just saying that he can take the shoulder. Yeah, well, the shoulder was quite sore there, Charles. So, but just going back to Darlena's question or questions, yes, when they go to the other side in the spirit world, besides being with our loved ones, do we have tasks? Yes. Well, I just believe that they're tasks. I don't know 100%. We're never going to be able to validate that. And I'm all about fact and evidence. I don't just go and just say something for the sake of saying it and no one will ever know. That's not me. I'm just, your straighty 180, black and white psychic medium. I don't want to fluff nothing up. But going back to that, like we have Dolores Cannon. She's a renowned lady that passed away, God bless her, and she was always talking about the past lives and really really deep into the spirit world stuff. But there's nothing to validate what happens on the other side. So I can only tell you, Darlena, from my experience and what opinion I have on that. Not even or what opinion I have on all my readings that I've done with all the people, like as you guys know, I probably do around, 25 to 35 readings every time I'm live on radio. So times that by 436 live shows, and then times that again, because it's 800 and something hours that I do, 872 hours that I've done live across the world, free. So it's just a matter of getting to know your audience for this with your past loved ones. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that the past loved ones, when they know that you're here with me, that's why I do the introduction. I do a lot of hellos and I'll do a lot of greetings at the start of the show, so that your spirits and your past loved ones can actually get the feeling that I'm here, that I'm ready to talk to you, and that I'm just the messenger, just coming straight through from spirit through to you. So, and that's how it works for me. But I've never seen any past loved one go across to the other side where they've been in pain or where they've been angry. I've only seen one, which I mentioned last week about the stockings. That was a funny episode. And that was a private reading where, the lady always wore stockings, but they never got around to putting them on her when she passed over, and she was horrified in her coffin, so that there is a true story. I've still got that recorded on, and I record all my private messages as well. All my private readings as well, because I, just in case someone, loses their link or whatever, and I have it there ready to send back to them. So besides them wanting to, do tasks, I think they just want to relax up there. I don't know 100% sure, Darlena, but they pretty much, I've seen spirit do remarkable things around loved ones and I've seen them bring their wings, or like their angel wings, over the family to protect them in a car accident. I know one friend of mine who's was in a rolling car accident, like literally 8 times, 9 times rolling, and did not even have a scratch on her, because she even said to me, I felt like something was around me, and I saw her mum just put the wings right around her, and hold her like as tight as she could while the car was spinning. So it's just, you're never going to be able to validate that. It's just bizarre. It's just crazy stuff that I'm saying, but it's what I see. And that's how she felt. And, if I'm saying that to someone and she's feeling that at the same time, then that's got to give you some form of validation, So yes, they are very, very happy on the other side to see us happy. The past loved ones do not want us to, what's the time, Ellie? They don't want us to go along without, with any suffering after they've passed. They just want us to be happy, and they just want us to be, getting on with our life. They don't want us to be in sorrow and miserable and bitter and, just angry and everything like that. They just want us to move on and enjoy our life, because they're right with you. It's like the invisible cloak of Harry Potter's show. But I'll leave that there. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM. Just turn it up a little bit. 99.9.
If you're looking for some new and exciting backgrounds to take
it's so hot in here. Oh my God.
Fairfield City's
I'm roasting.
Fun Days is for you. Join Fairfield City Council for a series of
Sweating.
monthly events happening until July. featuring jumping castles, animal encounters, face painting, fun family activities, and free ice cream for everyone. If you're tired of
Well,
pushing
good
your
peeps.
kids on the same swings,
Just have these ads and then we come back on.
head to Fairfield City Council's website for upcoming dates and locations.
My lips were so sore. I had a big crack at them, and every time I smiled, oh my God, my lips were killing me. I got my paw cream here.
I was cold earlier, so I put hot water in my bottle. And because my bottle is thermos,
Oh, beautiful. That's the best. First time I've heard you say you were cold, Ellie, considering you're wearing shorts.
I was cold at home.
Yeah. See, last time we were in here, poor Ellie, it was so hot in here that Ellie had to wear a singlet top and shorts. And I had my Ugg boots off. I was roasting. I'm hot now again too.
Best provides state-of-the-art facilities for training, sports medicine.
Yeah, Darlena George, I love Dolores Cannon. Yeah, she's cool, but how do you validate this stuff, lovey? Got to be able to have fact and evidence to validate things.
For more information on the Blacktown Exercise, Sports and Technology Hub, visit bestblacktown.com.au. Station sponsor. At All About Care, we offer NDIS and aged care participants a range of services, including personal care, domestic assistance, 24-hour respite care, social support and transport.
Leah Sakaria, anxiety and depression usually comes from deficiencies, lovey, in magnesium, potassium, magnesium.
Search for us on Facebook.
Get some bananas into you.
Info at aaboutcare.com.au.
SWR 99.9.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. Do we have any more validations there, really? I've got Leah Sakaria. She said, thank you, makes sense. I have been suffering from anxiety and depression, and my father passed away in 2019. He was very ill. Yes, lovey, they're always with you. They do not leave our sides. And when, like when people turn around and they say, oh, and they throw up their hands and say, oh, I've got a blockage, or, these psychic mediums that go around and they say, I've got a blockage, I can't get anything else. And that's just crazy, because they're looking for these big, knock at the door messages, but they should be just looking for the tiny little faint messages that come along with spirit, because spirit, they don't always give you, a knock at the door and say, oh, hey, I'd like to just have a chat with you over a coffee. They don't do that. They actually just give you tiny little messages all the time. So it's important to pick up on those little messages, and don't ever say, I don't know, I don't feel them around anymore, because they're definitely around, and then they get annoyed and they throw their hands up in the air as well. And then they move on, and they don't hang around as much, but they're always there. It's like, if you want something, you ask for it. It's got to be, and I kind of talk about, I like talking about being grateful, guys, because when you're grateful for something, when you're grateful for beautiful friendships and genuine people around you, and you appreciate them, and you don't disrespect them or disrespect their time or ask for things, and, you never return anything back, then it's really important to understand that's spirit. You know what I mean? Like, it's spirit in your kind of in your face, just kind of teaching you lessons. And that's where it all starts from with the relationships, as I was talking about it before, relationships and friendships. It's really important to understand, where you're coming from, where you're going, and who's around you. So trust your instincts as well. Look for the genuine people and ask your spirit guide, or ask, could be your past loved one, anyone. They can always be that. Or just a spirit, or just an angel, or whatever it is, whatever fits with you, and ask them to bring beautiful, loving people and caring people to you and supporting people to you, and none of these toxic people around that just wants to vampire you or use you all the time. So that's what you do, guys. And otherwise, things with relationships and friendships will just get much more difficult and difficult, because spirit is always will push you in the right direction, but they don't know how sometimes, and they'll push you where it's getting too hard, and then you've already, even in like relationships, the brain has already left the actual relationship, but the physical body hasn't yet. So it's just a matter of time when they say enough is enough, and then as sure as ever, they're out the door, gone, see you later. So I'm trying to figure out who the old lady is, because I've lost so many loved ones. Thanks again for my reading, Leah, she says. Who are the evil spirits then if no one is mad or angry? Demons, tormented souls, or people who were evil here? Oh, good question, Alicia. So, yeah, I don't know if, to be honest, it's a bit demonic. I don't really want to talk too much about evil spirits and stuff like that. But what I know is that some people can either attract or get attached, and the living person doesn't attach, but the demon attaches to the person. And it sounds really crazy, but the only way that I've learnt, and I've done a bit of research on this in the beginning of the year, was when something demonic attaches to someone, the person starts to actually behave in different ways. Like they start to completely go from being horizontal and completely doing a backflip of how their normal personality is. And then you'll start to learn, like you'll see different things. You'll see them doing things like if a young female, for example, a 20-year-old or something like that, never smoked before, and then all of a sudden you'll see them smoking, and then all of a sudden you'll see them doing other stuff and drugs or whatever. It just starts to spiral down, and you'll start to see them noticing them spiraling down, and that's usually something that's attached to them, as they say. Can't 100% guarantee that is, but from where I see things from spirit world, then yes, it makes more sense to me about that than what it does to probably some people else that are listening on the show, unless they've experienced it. So Wendy Merce Martin, good evening. Yes, there Michelle and her are having a convo. Love your manners, Sarah. Thank you, Glennis Lacey. My friend in hospital, she's there till money abs. So Michelle Harris says, my friend in hospital, she's there till money abs. Till Monday, do you think she's trying to say, Ellie, or till Monday? Absolutely horrific headaches. They suspect a stroke. She's only in her 40s. Could you send healing to her? I'd be so grateful. Yes, Lovey, we sure can do that. What's her name? Michelle Harris. What's her name? So send me the name, Ellie. You can keep an eye on that for me. So we did, in this studio when I first started, we did a prayer on air, and it was a long time ago. Well, it was 121 shows ago or something like that. Anyway, it would have been 100. So yeah, it was such a long time ago. I can't even remember. So we did a prayer on air here, and sure as ever, it was for a little baby, and I won't say who the person was, but was for a little baby that had been in hospital, and the people, or the doctors in hospital, didn't know what was wrong with the baby, and they were thinking of operating, and they didn't even know what they were doing, and we were just beside ourselves. Anyway, when we got messaged this, we said, okay, we're going to do a really, really strong prayer at the end of the evening. And I don't know what it was, but the story hit the airways, and I think there was a lot of people that actually heard it over the airways that evening. It was on a Wednesday night, and sure as ever, this baby ended up coming out of hospital within 24 hours, absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I 100,000% believe in the power of prayer, 100% times 50 million, I just believe in the power of prayer. But it's the kind of prayer that you say for people, but people just get into automatic mode and say things with prayer, but they don't actually feel it. You've got to actually feel it. It's like manifesting, you've got to actually feel the manifesting in your heart, in your soul, so that you can push that out into the universe, and then spirit and the universe line up together, and then they start to do their magic. But if they don't feel it and you're feeling something different, it's called limiting beliefs. If your limiting beliefs is limiting you of your real beliefs, say, for instance, if you want to become, I don't know, you want to have money coming in next month or whatever it is, and you're saying, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, but you want the money coming in, that's a double whammy. It's like you're contradicting yourself. You can't have both ways, because spirit just gets, confused. And you need to be specific in everything that you say, guys. So with this, we'll do a prayer for tonight, Michelle, for your friend in hospital.
Her name's Claire.
Claire, okay. Okay, I don't know why, Michelle, but when I started reading that question that you said about your friend, I got all this massive pain, like all these issues down the back of my right side of my head. head, like headaches as well. I feel like my face is like going to explode, like everything, like it's a lot of pressure on the head. But I'll leave that there so I can move on. Tanya Aikens, good evening. How are you and Ellie this evening? Well, we're fantastic. Sean Lakawatse, good evening. Andy Dan, good evening. RJ Wegger, good evening. It's Ruby. Please, could I get a message from my mum? Thank you, RJ. Ruby. Now, just before I read your name out and then I moved the stream up and down, I got just some like saliva coming down the right side of my face. And usually when I have that, I feel like there's someone that's actually had either a stroke around you or something like that. So unless this is the person that Michelle Harris's friend in hospital. Did she say that her friend in hospital early had a stroke? Michelle Harris, was it?
I think that it said she was they were thinking it was a stroke.
Yeah, because I just got the saliva running down. I feel like it was. I don't know if this is for the Ruby now that I'm reading for or for Claire that's in hospital. Yes. I'm getting a lot of anxiety from you, RJ, and I feel like this is a lot of confusion of thinking as well. So this is like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You don't know what to do. It's like your self-esteem's just gone down. They're also giving me pain in the top part of my right hand. So right hand pain on the forearm here as well. Yeah, forearm. I wrote forehand, forearm. I did it again. So I feel like there's confusion. It's like a busy mind. They're saying to me, really busy mind, like lots of stuff going on in your head at the moment. And this is not just from your mum. I feel like your mum's more worried about you than you're worried about your mum, if that makes sense. But I do get the feeling of respiratory or issues with the chest and things like that around mum. And it feels like when I breathe in, it feels like I can't breathe. Did she have the oxygen in the nose, and did she have like that oxygen around her face? Was there an issue with that or something going into the tubes or going down to make her breathe? Because I feel like I'm all dry, like really, really dry in the nasal passage down into the throat. And that's what was going on. She didn't have like a lot of mucus, like she was very dehydrated. And I do feel like that she had issues with the chest area, and then she just showed me lots of phlegm as well. Was this lady had to sit up in hospital, like in the bed? She had to sit up in bed. Because she showed me where the pillow was just like pushed her head like really, really far forward, and just like she was jacked forward, like really, really uncomfortable. I really hate that when I see that in hospital. They did that to me when I was in hospital, and they would sit you up, but then they'd have your head like an emu forward, and they'd have this big fat pillow behind your head, and it looked uncomfortable, let alone felt uncomfortable. But that's what I'm seeing with her. I'm also seeing her in hospital with the legs up like this. So I'm just drawing a little picture. Is that correct? Like that's her lying there with the legs up. It's a pretty bad stick figure hospital bed / stick figure person. Sorry about that, but that's your mum. Because she's like, it's like she had issues with the lower back and she couldn't put her legs straight, and then so they put her legs up, or she put her legs up. She only had the strength to do that. She's saying to me, if that's not you, that's going to be somewhere around Jasmine, Crystal, Andy Dan, no, Sean, like let's say maybe Tanya Aikens, Kate. Somewhere around there where you've posted that question, because I'm getting this really strong and I see this lady in hospital. And who's the person with the she's just showing me somebody leaving. It's like when she was there by herself, it's like she had the blankets up. They always show me when they're afraid. They show me the same theme. They show me when they're holding the blankets up to their chest. They don't like to not have that comfort, but when someone's there, the blankets are relaxed. But when they're by themselves and that they're really scared or they're lonely or they're frightened, and when they're elderly, they pull the blankets up, and it's like they've got the blankets up to their neck, so that they're really afraid that they don't know what's going to happen to them. And that's what I feel with your mum. And This is going to sound really bad and sad, but do you have tears running down your face now, or have you been crying recently as well? Because I just see the tears just streaming down. It's like you just want to pick up the phone and call her, but she's just out of reach, but talk to her. She's listening all the time. She hears you talk out loud all the time, Lovey. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. No, but I'm really trying. I'm so dry inside the nostrils, and it's really hard to breathe. So I'm going to breathe through my mouth. That's how I feel with your mum. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Okay, maybe we could turn that one down a little bit, Ellie. She just did a SWR in my ear, and lucky I didn't jump out of my skin. Okay, so what else do we have here? If you want to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Omni Studio. Gosh, what else is there? There's not much more left, I don't think. So, still waiting for surgery for my ear tumor. I tried to find out a date, but here in Canada, that's useless. So I just sit and wait. Oh, Crystal, that's no good, Lovey. Did I send me a private message there, Crystal? I'll send you some stuff on helping you. On a road trip, can I get a sweet reading, please? Leona Sunday. I see everybody jumping up in the car when I said your name. In the car. Road trip. So, lots of numbers for you. 18, 9 in September. I also get 14, 5 in May. So May was a bit up and down here and there. A bit difficult for you there, Leona, but I do feel like that September is going to be, it's like you're leading up into September. Everything's going to be great from now on, okay? So it's like everything's just shifting gears for you slowly, but surely they're saying to me. Good stuff. Shifting gears, going in the right direction as well. I'm also feeling like there's someone around you, a male, and they're just giving me the blessings here, saying, it's about time. Is it all right? Male in the passing. And yeah, I just feel like that the male had his heart on his sleeve as well. This was a younger male as well, around the 30 plus age. Yeah, and I do feel like that this guy, like I said, had his heart on his sleeve, and he didn't want to go so early. But I do feel like this guy, he's not. It's like he didn't want to go, but he's enjoying it on the other side as well. So I'm also getting 12 around you as well, and I get December as well as 3 in March. So lots of good numbers for you. Lots of birthdays, anniversaries, memorials. December's going to be a really, really good time. And it's not just because it's Christmas. It's going to be like lots of good opportunities coming up. And I do feel like that this is going to be life-changing. After this year, everything's going to settle down for you, Leona, and life-changing. So look forward to it, Lovey, and keep me posted because we love to hear all the validations. Any other validations, Ellie?
So Sean said, my friend Peggy is on oxygen waiting on testing and results from a pulmonologist for the lungs and other medical conditions.
Yeah, wow. That's really sad. That's why I can't breathe. I still can't breathe properly. I feel like my whole inside of my head is just dry. That's how I feel. So I've got to breathe through my nose because I don't feel like it's moist enough in my head. Probably because we're cooking in here earlier. Maybe like fried fish. Anything else there, Ellie? Not yet? Okay, let's keep going. How is the weather in your neck of the woods? We have a lot of rain in New York. Yes, well, Helene Russell, they're spraying everywhere, Lovey. So, rolly clouds, BS and stuff like that. So they're doing a lot of stuff in the world and pretending it's climate change. And we can all see that a cloud just doesn't do one straight line. Come on. My nana is in hospital at the moment at Tanya Aikens. Sorry about that. We'll do a prayer for you tonight as well, Tanya, for your nana, okay? So let me write that down as well. Tanya Aikens, nana. All right. So Jasmine Lobato, her phone died right after she asked you her question. I'm sitting with her. But I didn't read out for Jasmine, did I, Ellie? I don't think I did. I just saw your question now, so let's do it now. Yes, and the weather over here, Helene, is the same as you, lovey. It's always the weekend when we want to have a beautiful weekend, and yeah, they've got to spoil it for us. So Jasmine Lobato. So I do feel dehydrated around you as well, and I'm also getting like posture, like back pain, all my shoulder, all my neck. And I feel like this is coming from the chest area as well, like too much hunched over. So we need you to be sitting upright, so shoulders up, back and down, and just hold that there, because I feel like you're really, really tight in the shoulders. It's giving me a lot of pain. And they're also telling me that nutrition is up and down as well. How unusual for people, but not. But yeah, I feel like the nutrition, dehydration, everything is just up and down at the moment. And I'm not sure what's going on around you, but they're telling me that, is it like, why am I seeing snow? SNOW, snow around you. Why am I seeing snow around you? They're saying to me that I think you enjoy the snow more, or they're just being sarcastic. And I also get 36, number 3 and 6. 3 and 6 is 9, and the month of September. And normally I don't get numbers like that, but they also show me pennies as well. Money, money, money going out the door. Money, and not much coming back in, okay? So just hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing. So Jasmine, hold the fort. Make sure that you don't go into overdrive and spend. You need to pull back the reins, because I see the pennies going out. When they show me the pennies, they're like these big, massive Pharaoh pennies, and they're huge, and it's like when you see the movies and the pirates pull up a big treasure chest and they break open the lock, and then all these beautiful glowing wet what's called pennies. I call them pennies because they're huge, pop out of and they all fall out of the treasure chest. And sure as ever, they like the bronze color, they got the silver, they got the gold, but I see like the bronze for you coming in, and I see like small little dollar signs coming through. So look forward to the money coming through, and this is going to be around July. I just saw July flash at me, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So yes, we've got a lot of people on here now. So Susan McDonald, God bless you, Lesley, for your true giving. Could Spirit please give guidance and any messages for my daughter? Hope and guidance messages, please. Okay, so Susan McDowell, Donald. Right, what do we get, Spirit? I think we need to turn the aircon down. I don't know how we're going to do this, Ellie, but it's roasting in here. Okay, so I do feel like there's a bit of I don't know, something like I see the relationship with you and your daughter like this, and then I see it kind of like splitting apart and then coming back. It's like this all the time. But I do feel like that your daughter's got a heart on her sleeve. Now, your daughter is quite sensitive. And is the self-esteem down, or what's with the self-esteem? Because I do feel like something's not right with the self-esteem here. So I've just seen it spiraling down a little bit. So she's quite intelligent, and they're saying to me that she thinks with the mind all the time. It's not like she shoots from the hip. So she's always thinking, but she's always acknowledging what's going on around her, and she doesn't say too much. It's like zippity zip all the time. But I do feel like that some sort of confusion in the mind here, and also the sensitivity doesn't help with her speaking and things like that to people. So I feel like there's a communication issue here. Oh, bless you, Ellie. And then we've got bless you. And then we've got what was I going to say? Is there someone around you there? Is there someone around there, you, Susan, that has a disability, like like can't walk and has a bit of a disability? Well, not a bit, like they're showing. I've got a person around you that's in a wheelchair, has a strong disability. Or who's that around you, lovey? Or who's that around the people where this message was posted? So Sean, we've got Karen, Susan, Tanya Aikens, Wendy. Yes, because I just see like difficulty. I get the number 18, 9, and September for you as well. So good stuff coming up in December. It's like you're a very patient person. And they're saying to me, patience is a virtue with you, and I agree. It's meant to be, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. Any other validations there, Ellie? Over to you.
Yep, so there's a validation from Ruby. She said, yep, Lesley, yes, my mum passed of heart failure and had trouble breathing. Mum had trouble with her oxygen, making her nose always dry. My right leg and right hand has been hurting bad. My mum always hugs her blankets. Thank you.
Oh, that's really sad. Mum always hugs the blankets. That's really, really sad. The poor thing. I feel really sorry for her because she's just showing me like really, really frightened, like really timid, really frightened. And if she even heard a fly buzz, it'd be like she'd be horrified. She'd be totally frightened. So yeah, that's really, really sad. She said hurting bad. My mum always hugs her blanket. Yeah, it's just she's just showing me like how much she would just pull it up, like the blanket. She hasn't left here. She hasn't left here at all, and she's just really, really frightened. And she's even on the other side. She's still kind of like got the blankie. She grew up with the blankie. She's saying. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Gemma Heath, I haven't seen you pop up forever. Ever wonder why? Not sure there, lovey, but Facebook algorithm is quite crazy. I've been doing this for 436 live shows, and I still can't work out the algorithm because they change it all the time. So good luck working that one out there, Gemma. So if I've missed your question, then post it up again. We're live across the studio, across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, and we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM.
SWR999.com.au.
Oh, back.
The home of everything to do with Sydney's West.
Find highlights of your favourite show
Get the latest local news.
and see what songs playing now.
SWR999.com.au.
Headset kills me sometimes. It gets stuck in my hair, pushes on my earrings in my neck.
The Weekender is your number one source of local news, sport, entertainment, and more. Station sponsor, The Western Weekender.
I hope my phone's at home.
Visit westernweekender.com.
Otherwise, I dropped it on the way to the car. Yeah, but I'll do it. I'll do it when I'm finished. Yeah, it's probably at home.
Unless you have life
They were extremely respectful,
Hmm?
trustworthy,
Unless you have
and
life
compassionate.
with
Their
your daughter or
prepaid funeral
No.
plans made things so much easier too.
I only have iPhone, from iPhone on all of my stuff.
Or find them online at Academy Funeral Services.
Oh, that's who it is. 100%. There you go. There's a validation from Susan. Her sister is developmentally disabled. That's who it is. Poor girl.
And for the month of June, you can indulge in 2 pizzas for just $40. Available for lunch and dinner every Thursday until June 30th. T's and C's apply. For more information, visit westhq.com.au.
Aww.
Welcome to the heart of
A couple of validations here for you, Ellie.
West HQ, station sponsor.
Tyre World Fairfield, proudly celebrating 50 years as an Aussie-owned, family-operated business. Same address, Railway Parade Fairfield.
Do we have any holidays that we celebrate in the summertime where we are? Well, we only get public holidays here, Crystal. Queen's birthday, King's birthday. What else is there, Ellie? Christmas, Easter. What a birthday? That's not a public holiday. Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We just had Crystal Brownmore's ask us a question here. Do you guys have any holidays that you celebrate in the summertime where you are? Well, we're in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, and we celebrate public holidays, Christmas, Easter, the King. Yeah, Christmas is in the summer, so if that's what you call summer holidays. We also have, Easter's kind of like summer into spring, summer sort of thing. But we haven't had much of a nice winter, to be honest, already. The other day it was At my place, it was 1.6 degrees. And when I checked up, it's called Willy Weather, the app that I use, which is all the fishing app because they've got everything on it. And sure as ever, it was, it said felt like 0.6. And honestly, it felt lower than that for me. So what was your temperature at your place, Ellie?
I stopped checking the temperature.
Yeah.
I'm just like that. It's cold, come turn the heater on.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly. Karen Riley, I hug my blanket as well, have since I was a little girl. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, my daughter used to have a blankie, and I lost the first one because we were running through, I was running with her in the pram when she was little, and sure as ever lost it on the footpath, and then I had to replace it with another blankie. She's very beautiful. Awesome. So lots of celebrations. Yes, well, kind of. When's our next one, Ellie? So we've got June. We've just done June, the King's birthday, and then we've got one October.
There's one in October.
So we've got 4 months till our next one. That's not good.
Oh, yay.
That's not. That's too long. That's way too long. I'm just going to pretend there's one, I think. Yes, that's right, Crystal. We're in winter over here. You guys are cooking over there, and we cooked over here in summer. But we're absolutely freezing right here now. And in the studio, it's really, really hot. But over outside, it's really, really cold. So, Helena, you are so right. They keep spraying here every day. We're in summer here. Abundance of green trees and a lot of new wildlife here. Yeah, that's gorgeous. So beautiful. You'll have to make your own celebrations in between. Yes, that's what I just said. I pretty much, yeah, we'll have to do something. Jim, Tim, Nicole, Sten, I'm in my new house. Well done. Thank you so much for your help, and I'm happy, and my family is too. We are over the moon, and my loved ones up top was giving me signs and numbers and watching over us all. Love a message, please. Yes, well, love the message that you need right now is congratulations there, Jim, Tim, because that's amazing. Well done. We said that would happen, and I've been saying this for a while. So well done. When you said you took your Ugg boots off, I was wondering, yes, so Ugg boots, yes, I've got my Ugg boots on now, and they're knee-high Ugg boots, so I don't just wear these little tiny little things. But I bought them 2 years ago, and my last pair of Ugg boots were Billabong, and they lasted me pretty much 10, 15 years or something. And I just used to wash them in summer, let them dry out.
I bought my last pair 6 years ago in high school.
Yeah, there you go.
And I still have them, so.
Yeah, they're the best. They are the best. They've just been bought out by someone too, I think. No, they've signed up with someone else. Yeah, this Ugg boot signed up with someone else. I'm not sure. I heard that the other day. We are in the start of a hurricane season now. Oh, yeah, we can have that there, Crystal. My daughter sent me a text tonight before I came here and said, "Oh, do you want to go and see this trailer, this movie? Here's the trailer." And I said, "All right," but it's all about cyclones, because I actually have a fascination for cyclones and storms and things like that, because I've always just been fascinated with Mother Nature and knowing, this, like Mother Nature and all up there, or whatever it is up there, is so powerful, and it just always fascinated me, like the cyclones and twisters and all that jazz. So we're going to go and watch that soon. If anyone wants to see a great movie, Ellie, I went and saw The Fall Guy on Mother's Day with my daughter. Oh my God, that is the best movie, and it's actually filmed in Sydney. It is so good. So yes, go and see it, guys, before it leaves the big theatre. All right, we got some validations there, I see, Ellie.
Yeah, I've got a couple. So Susan McDonald said, my sister uses a walker. She's developmentally disabled.
Bless her. Yeah.
And then Sean said, my husband was on oxygen when he passed. He struggled to breathe.
Yeah, right. There you go. Wow. Molly Crowan. I'd be so very grateful if you feel called to channel through any messages Spirit may have for me. Thank you so much for all you do, and God bless. You're welcome there, lovey. Molly. When I looked at the name straight away, I thought it said Michelle Coburn. I'm thinking, what? Am I seeing things? I could have sworn that I just saw her message before. So Molly. Okay, I do get the anxiety about you from you, and I just feel like there's like directional confusion here as well. It's like, which way do I go? I don't know which way to turn. And sometimes it's better to sit on the fence there, Molly. So fence sitting is your goal for the next couple of weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, so that you can work out what's going on around you. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you might as well just sit on the fence, okay? Because it's really simple. Things can be hard when you start to make decisions when you're not sure. So what I'm getting is to pull back the reins here at the moment, okay? It's really important for you. I also feel like the number 19 for you, 1 and 9 is 10 in the month of October. So birthdays, anniversaries, memorials around October for you as well. I'm also hearing the word Graham or the name Graham. Okay, I had a G name before, but this is a Graham. And do you have someone that has like eczema or itchy skin or something not right, like hives or eczema? ECZEMA, I think that's how you spell it. The eczema or itchy skin. Because I had my armpit, like I feel like it's armpit and joints here that's got something issue. And they also give me pain in my right shoulder. It's like I want to lift my arm up, but I can't lift it up very well. Right arm into shoulder. And this is affecting the neck, the turn, because I see the person just turning like this as well. I also want to say too, number 11, November, and 2 in February, good numbers for you. So between November and February, it's going to be really, really fast-paced, hectic, chaotic, fast-paced. So brace yourself, okay? And you think that you can take a breath? No, we're going to have to get enough sleep and enough breath right now because it's all going to be fast-paced. Now, who's the person that's pregnant around you? Because I just heard pregnant and I just heard pregnancy, or is someone trying? Because I feel like this is going to be, what's this month? So this is July tomorrow, August, September, October. So 3 months' time is going to be announcements on months. And I feel like this is going to be either pregnancy announcements or something else, something really good, like hold the fort. Special, I can't say. They won't tell me. Well, they did tell me, but I won't tell you. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Okay. Thank you for your question. If there's any part of that you need to validate, just type in capitals validation and post up there so that Ellie can see it. Okay. Any other validations there, Ellie? Not yet. Rightio. Let's keep going. And my lips were so sore yesterday. I could not even smile. I couldn't even laugh, Ellie, because my lip would just crack and bleed. It's a middle one, so I must be deficient in the vitamin Bs because normally it's 6 from the middle, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the side. That's how I learned it from Professor Brad McEwen. He was amazing. Very, very, very clever man. And I love that course too. It was all like signs and symbolism of the body and how it behaves, and you could tell by that professor could actually, when I did his course, could actually tell by the way the person walked and stomped their feet what they were deficient in and how they shook their hand and if their hands were sweaty. He was just incredible. Yes, let's keep going. So send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, as well as Omni Studio. So there's a huge validation there from Susan McDonald. So I'll let you grab that one there, Ellie, and yep. So Tanya Aiken says, I've been getting a lot of headaches lately. Could it be due to low iron? Yes, I've heard that before. It's funny how you say that because low iron, I think it was that I read the other day, because I've been doing a lot of health stuff, health reading. I haven't been doing any of my I haven't been finishing my course. I'm very naughty this weekend. I was supposed to finish my course. I'm going to have to do it this week and get back. So I've got 2 courses or 2 things that I'm studying. So the law part, common law stuff, as well as the real estate. But this weekend I decided to do health because I have a hobby in that as well. And I used to teach it. So, but anyway, over to you there, Miss Ellie. There's a big one.
So Susan McDonald said, you have described my daughter to a T. My sister is mentally disabled. She is not in a wheelchair but uses a walker. My daughter absolutely wears her heart on her sleeve. Yes, she definitely has self-esteem issues. She is super smart, very young, and had some very big knocks recently. She does not speak a lot and yes, tends to, as you motion, to zip. Communication is definitely hard for her. As she has stated, she feels judged by everyone. She looks to please everyone to what she feels is the expectation from her. I've been trying to plant the seed to please herself first. She has been judged for some mistakes and she has made, as young people will make, what guidance from spirit to boost her please. Yes, we do communicate. Yes, sometimes it's like you motioned again, together as an apart, looking for more than together motion. God bless.
Yeah, 100% there, lovey. Gosh. This low self-esteem part, look, I can only say so much on air, Susan, but this low self-esteem part is kind of concerning me because she's so young, and I feel like, look, I don't know, I just got this feeling about bullying and that she's not going up, she's going down a little bit. Okay, so this is really important for her, and this is where she's going to learn. So it's all about, trying to build up her confidence, and how you do that, I am not an expert in that. So, and when kids get knocked back, we can't, how do I say this? There's two parts to this that I want to say. It's when they get the knockbacks, because we can't keep melocotting the kids and putting them in cotton wool, right? Because they have to learn the lessons of life. And when they get the knockbacks, they have to learn that there's not everything is going to go their way. And when us parents say, yes, you're going to win this or you're going to win that, like we used to teach karate years ago, me and my daughter's father, and we had a full karate club. And the mums would get there and tell their young Johnnies, I'll call them Johnnies, that, you're going to get a black belt today, or you're going to get a blue belt today. And when Johnny didn't get a blue belt and Johnny didn't get a black belt, it was all hell break loose. It was all the end of the world. And it's because the parents set these standards and they didn't allow them just to be a kid and to go there and learn and have a failure or have a which is like a reality check, and allow them to actually understand that not everything in their life they get every single time. It's like you can't win, you can't put the lotto in and win it every single time, It's not like that. It's and I'm not saying you're doing this, Susan, I'm just saying this in general. But I do feel like that your daughter's self-esteem is down. Can she get into doing something with sport or something where what she's good at? Find what she's good at and push that button with that, because that's going to make her glow, okay? And then that builds up her confidence slowly. I've never seen a kid that's if they're in sport or they're doing something like that, I've never seen a kid fail with self-esteem if they're into a sport or doing well at something, whatever they like. So if they like, I don't know, dancing or drawing, and you put them into a drawing course or whatever, do something with them that they love and find that niche thing and watch her flourish from there. Because she's got that passion for it, and she's got that thing, that niche behind her. So that means that she would flourish in that little self environment. Does that make sense? And then that way it's going to springboard her into having a little bit more confidence later. But yeah, it's not nice having a child that you worry about all the time and you're scared, and because they're so sensitive. But sometimes we've got to give them a little bit of tough love and toughen them up as well, because the world out there is brutal, as we know. And the world out there is not going to, butter up or, put everything into cotton wool for us at all when we get out into the real world. And you know that yourself. So, but and I wish you all the best. But over to you there, Miss Ellie. We've got a big and okay, she said 1 minute. So I will go into something else here, because we've got another beautiful, meaty, big validation from Molly Crowan. Thank you, Molly. I haven't read it, but thanks, Susan, for writing such a beautiful validation as well.
Okay, got it.
Yep, over to you there, Miss Ellie.
So Molly Crone said, haha, this resonates so much on so many levels, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Thank you for this. From the dates and numbers you picked up on, all the things you said, what's going on with my father's health, shoulder in particular, all the way down to my sister, who I had a dream would get pregnant again last year, even though she had just given birth to her baby girl, and when I told her about the dream, just for the funsies, she told me, no, not gonna happen, no way, I don't want that. Yeah, and I have been able to get the dream that happened almost a year ago out of my mind these past couple of weeks. Thank you. Your validations on
Your validations are on the things I'd love nothing more than clarity and confirmation on. They mean the world. You're welcome there, lovey. It's beautiful. Molly, that's beautiful. Yes. Thank you for a beautiful, meaty validation. But let's keep going forward. So send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air Facebook page. We're live here. And I do this live. It's my 436 live show. That's a lot of live shows here, Ellie. My family celebrates Christmas in July, so we get a celebration at the end of July. There you go. That's cool. Yeah, but I think that a lot of people should celebrate, a family thing or something like that during the year. Like my daughter, we don't get time to see each other much because we're so busy all the time. She's working, I'm here, she's there. And then when she sends me a message saying, let's go and watch the movies, I just jump at it because, I love it. I don't get enough of I just smother my daughter with cuddles all the time. Yes, crazy tornadoes here, weather manipulation. Yes, Alicia. I'd be so grateful. I've done that one. Ooh. Hurricane season. Wow. I'd be petrified. I'm petrified of those cyclones and hurricanes. But they fascinate me, and I could sit there for hours and hours and hours and watch movies all the time or documentaries on it. I just love them. So Helena Russell, they are best comfortable boots that I love anyway. Have a beautiful day, you and Ellie. Thanks, Helene. Beautiful. Yes, the Ugg boots she's talking about that I've got on, because they're the best. Okay, let's keep going. Send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Oh, wow, amazing. Guidance, please. Yes, Jamea Lee. Jameah Lee. Leigh. Okay, what have we got for you there, Jamea? Am I saying that right? Gemma, sorry. Because I'm blind as a bat here, so I'm trying to see your name. So what do we get, Spirit? The color red. I just heard red. I don't know why red, and I'm getting pain in the back part of my, like sciatica pain or pain in the back part of my left leg, like under the hamstring. And do you have a male figure that's passed around you? A male that was quite tall, stocky, tall, but like solid, I'm trying to say. Lots of good stuff coming up around you, and I also get 18 around you as well, 9 in September. But going back to this male, I feel like this male had some sort of like a thing for you, okay? And it just didn't work out. And Spirit's also giving me like issues with the throat as well. Okay, so I've got issues here with the throat. And I feel like there's something not right. Like the throat was actually not like can't breathe. Like you can see what I'm doing. And I get a lot of anxiety around you as well. A lot of people suffering with anxiety. It's like, look up, magnesium for anxiety, guys. I say this all the time on my shows. Get that. People don't have enough potassium and magnesium in their system, and you can get that from one banana. So I do feel like there's issues around the stomach area as well. I just feel like I'm bloating. I've actually swelled up, and I don't feel like that this is like could be a gluten thing or something like that. I just feel like that there's lots of other stuff for you that you can take or eat without having to like see the bloating. I'm not sure if that's you or another female around you. But this has got to be looked at because this is going to get worse. They also show me bloodstream as well. They show me the bloodstream, and I feel like this bloodstream's got like it's like what's it called when they've got like calcium deposits in the bloodstream. And they're also saying to me as well, is this, look, I've got, probably, I think it's like I've got 2 or 3 people here and it's giving me confusing, but I've got diabetes as well. I've got someone here with diabetes, someone here with the issue with the bloodstream, someone here with the bloating. If it's the same person, can you let me know? Because there's a lot of stuff going on and I'll be horrified if it's the same person because it's really, really like unhealthy temple. The body is your temple. And it's like, this is the time for change. It's like the 555, time for change. And this person gets hot and cold because I'm starting to feel really, really hot, like I'm in a sauna. They can't handle the heat, they're saying. Heat and sauna. Or are you in a sauna? Or do you go in saunas? Or who's that? Because that's how I feel. I feel like I've just come out of a sauna because I'm just sweating. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Any other validations there, Ellie? Okay. So Crystal Brownmores, well, my boys' basketball team made it into the finals tonight. They play at 6 o'clock. He's been gone since Friday. First time in a long time. I had the weekend to myself and I did absolutely nothing. Well done. That's awesome. So let's keep going. I just had a banana and peanut butter on toast for dinner tonight, Tanya Aikens. And well, that's not enough good food. I mean, the banana's good, but get off the grains, get off the bread. Get off the bread. No good for your brain. There's a book called The Grain Brain, and it's all about people that their brains have been fried from grains. So look that book up. Manners are required. Yes, thank you. I've got the bloating. It's so annoying. Colleen Deegan. Okay, there you go. So look at things like getting off your bread and your carb, like those big carbohydrate stuff. So I can't eat white potato, pasta, pizza, or what's the other one? I only just eat just normal vegetables. Like tonight, I had a big, massive dish. I've cooked the whole lot. It's it's just amazing. All these beautiful vegetables: broccoli, cauliflower. You've got onion, garlic. I put in there. What else did I put in there? Cherry tomatoes, but the Italian ones. And it's just beautiful. And I just put mushrooms in there. Fried up the mushrooms and the garlic and onion. It smelled so good. And that just gives the flavor to the whole dish. But yeah, look up, there's a site called, and I don't know how good it is now, but there's a site called Health Aliciousness when we used to teach. So health and hyphen aliciousness, aliciousness with a hyphen between them, .com. And it was amazing which would be good for you for your course there, really. Health Aliciousness was amazing because you could actually go on there and see all the top 10 of the magnesium foods. You can go in there and see all the top 10 of all the, protein foods, stuff like that. You could just do anything on that site. It was amazing. I don't know how it is now. What is a good substitute for bread when making stuff? Oh gosh, you can look at polenta. You don't have to use bread for everything. You do not have to use bread, lovey. Look it up. This is where people need to start learning to look up stuff for themselves. Grainy bread, yes, grain brain bread there, Tanya Aikens. It's called The Grain Brain. It's a book. I can't remember who wrote it, but it's called The Grain Brain. So you need to eat sweet potatoes, guys, not white potatoes. White potatoes are no good for you. Bless you, Ellie. Bless you, my gosh. Oh, look, my gosh, there's another meaty validation here. Ah, beautiful. Have you got that validation there, Ellie?
Working on it.
Yep, okay. While she's sneezing, God love her. I will be looking that up. Yes, I'll have to look up that health deliciousness. I write it on my hand. Health website. I'll put it up on my page if it's still good, because I remember it changing a bit when I was teaching anatomy and physiology, and I didn't like what they did to it. I don't know how much it's changed. That's going back a few years ago now, but anyway. Okay, I just bought 2 sweet potatoes for the first time ever for me and my son because I'm trying to phase out potatoes. Well done, Crystal. Yes, it's no good for you. It gives you like that messed up brain. I want to have a look at the Grain Brain. Bless you again, Ellie. Double bless you, Ellie. Everyone's blessing you, Ellie. Oops.
Thanks. I've got Susan McDonald.
Yeah, over to you.
Validation. She said she has grown up in sports, hockey and soccer. So she has now aged out of these sports. She has joined a women's rugby league, I think she means. Sometimes can't go because of her work obligations.
Oh.
She has helped the coach the last 2 years with the young girls in hockey. She holds herself. She has also been subject to bullying and has tried through her life to be an advocate to stop this. She sees it as something to stop this, as she sees it sometimes being a coach.
Yeah.
She states the adults don't care about what the young girls are going through. She states
right.
she wants to make change. So she has been drawn to the young girls. She tries and feels she is not good enough to make the change. She's going to school to be an elementary teacher for elementary age students. Huge heart on the sleeve again. God bless.
Yeah, God love her. That's the best move ever. You know, that's the best move ever there, Susan. It's a great outcome here. What a beautiful story. Even though she still has that self-esteem issue, and that's because she's so sensitive and she's so brutally traumatized from when she had those little probably, tiny little fails, and someone's noticed it and just ripped her heart out with that. So, and that's how, because words are spells, guys. We've got to watch what we say, and we've got to watch what we do with people. People are not there to be used. They're not there to be, disrespected. We're here because we're here. And be grateful for what you have and be grateful for what's around you, guys, because I'm telling you, when you see Facebook pages such as the Lost in Phoenix, if you go to that page, it's just incredible. All the homeless people in Phoenix, it's just absolutely heartbreaking. And if I had enough money in the world to share to all those people and get them out off the street, like the last lady that I saw on the street on that show, is very heartbreaking, was an elderly lady, a 70-year-old, and her husband had passed away. She'd lost the house because she couldn't work to pay for the house because she's in a wheelchair, and she's 70, God love her. And they took the house and they put her on the street, and she's in a wheelchair on the street, can't walk, can't do anything for herself. It was just so sad. So think yourself lucky, guys. You can, walk and talk and breathe and go to work or whatever it is that you do, and that you're not so hard up with everything. Be grateful for what you got and give and pay it forward. If you don't start paying things forward and you keep take and using your friends and using people, it's going to backlash you. This year is the year of karma. It's the dragon year. It's the year of number 8. And this means that number 8 is instant karma. So whatever you've done to somebody in the past and whatever you've done this year is going to come to get you this year. It's the karma year. It's coming for you. So stop doing stuff to people, stop being nasty, stop using them, stop abusing them, stop everything. Just start to appreciate what you've got, because it'll come back and bite you, guys. Karma is real. Yes. Okay, I'm just reading some of the messages here, but if you've got a question, then send it to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world. Okie dokie. So Colleen Deegan, yes, she's the one with the bloating. It's so annoying. Yes. So you need to just really cut out and just do some cut out. That's what happened to me when I had the gluten. So I can't have gluten now. It's annoying because I love all my food. But you know what? If I wasn't like that, then I wouldn't be able to fit through that door because I love my food. But then again, my background's in personal training as well, so I would be able to fit through the door, I guess. Let's keep going. Yeah, so yes, telepathically. So it's amazing how once you're connected to someone, you can feel the telepathy, even though you're both apart. Yes, I find that a lot with people that are the Pisces star sign have done that. I find that a lot with Pisces people. Yeah, and it's really quite bizarre because the Pisces people are quite sensitive and quite in tune. And I don't know, I might be wrong, but that's just my experience with Pisces people. They're just real sweet people. Yes. But if we can pay it forward, guys, it's beautiful. You know, it's like me doing my readings here. I give that many readings out, but then people are not grateful. Some people are not. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying some people are not grateful, and they don't even have to be bothered to even give a validation. And that's you know, what every medium loves, is to validate what Spirit has given them, so it puts us on the right path or keeps us on the right path to keep going forward. So that's why it's good to take care of relationships, to feel fulfilled. Just trust the process. Yes, and if the process is incorrect there, what happens is that Spirit will get your path, and it'll make it as difficult as possible so you get off that path and onto the next path. So we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM.
Let's Express is the music.
SWR 99.9.
I really wanted to watch that tonight.
Show your support and show up. Blacktown City FC. Your town, your team.
Workers Club is your club. Workers Blacktown is where you'll find bingo, raffles, trivia, cash promos, and free live music. Plus, great live shows and entertainment in the Diamond Showroom.
There you go. I said that Pisces. Look here. So this is that's the message from R. Hey R. And then she's gone and said, validation, I'm a Pisces.
There are so many people and places claiming to be business.
Isn't it funny how I said that when you're alive with me?
The answer was simple. The Western Sydney Business Centre. They help me with business planning, cash flow, and how to get the best out of Facebook and LinkedIn for my business and more. And best of all, it's free. That's right.
Let me know, Ellie. 10 minutes before we finish, because I haven't got my phone here to tell what time it is.
So do what I did. Call the Western Sydney Business Centre on 4721 5011 now.
Camera, action! Enhance the experience of your next event with Sydney Event Technical Specialists. That's our name, and it's what we do. We are Sydney's event technical specialists, bringing our state-of-the-art audiovisual equipment and our expertise to every event. Based in Blacktown, we can install customized AV systems in churches, schools, clubs, and businesses. Planning your next event? Visit SydneyEventTechnicalSpecialists.com today. Station sponsor.
This is SWR 99.9.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. So come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Post up your question in the live chat there, and I will read it out if Spirit's drawn to you. So we just had a comment here from AR or R, when I was saying about the Pisces people, and she just goes, validation, I'm a Pisces, born on March 15, 1994. Well, there you go. So I was just saying it exactly at the time when she posted up her question or her comment. So how cool is that? So Kate O'Mahony. Hi, Lesley. Lovely to check in. I am from the UK. I have a question I can never get answered. My younger brother, and I don't like using the word died or dead or death. I like to use the word passed over or just passed at 50 in his sleep 21 years ago. So he would be 71 now. She said, but to this day, no one can get him through. Can you try reach him? All right, well, let's try. No guarantees in this spirit world, Kate. But I do get, so that means that he was 50 plus 21 equals 71. So we're saying the 7 and the 1 equals 8. So what does 8 or August mean to you as well? So I just heard add it together. And I'm also getting the dark haired, male, tall male as well. I'm also hearing a father figure around you, just like whispering. Do you hear? They're showing me the shadows, and I'm getting the messages saying that you are like you have the knowing, or you have some sort of psychic ability. Is that correct as well? Because I'm just hearing, I'm just seeing the shadows, and they're pointing. The spirit gives me a theme, and they're pointing you to the left, and they give me that shimmering white light behind you down the back. So that tells me, the theme tells me that you're the same as me, but you're not sure how to use it. So now that I've opened up this channel, we might be able to get you up and running, doing some, just closing that off, actually, to be honest, because I feel like you're getting headaches as well. So is this headaches for you or headaches for your brother? Because I feel like your brother had issues with the mind. He's like, he wasn't of sound mind, if that makes sense. I don't feel like this man had his heart on his sleeve. I don't feel like that he had issues with anything other than himself. I just feel like this man was a really, really quiet, introverted person. He's also showing me motorbike. Was there a motorbike here? Did he have a motorbike, or what happened? Because I see motorbike, I see like the old, like the long handles, if that makes sense. They're also showing me, okay, this is really, really, really weird reading, because I just saw someone jumping off a cliff as well. And I feel like that he just wasn't happy with his life. I don't feel like this was just all a medical issue. I do feel like this was like either something that he's done to himself, but I do feel like that this was like the heart had stopped. But this, I don't see a lot of drugs or anything like that. It's quite bizarre, but I do feel like there was over medication, if that makes sense. And the sorrow that I see is like the tears on the face. Did this man have a witty way about himself as well? Because I feel like that he had issues with his self-esteem as well. Speaking of that self-esteem before, but I feel like that he had issues with his self-esteem. It was kind of like spiraling, and I think he owed people money. Is that correct? Do you know? I'm just hearing overdose, like medication overdose. Well, did he? Now this is going to be a really, really sensitive question, or from what I'm seeing, did he have no shirt on, but he had long, like pants on, like pajama pants or something on, or undies or something? Because I see like the pajama pants on, then I see them off, and then just undies, and I just see him like naked from the top up, if that makes sense. Yeah, this was truly, truly a really, really hard, tremendous time for everybody. It's like everybody, and there was a lot of people at the funeral. They also show me lots of motorbikes at the funeral. That's why I'm saying motorbike or something around the motorbike here. And he's showing me also like big steak, or eating like a big turkey leg or something like that, like chicken. He liked his food. He loved his food, he said. Did he used to do something like on the barbecue or something like that with a chook leg or a turkey leg? Was it, because it looks like a big, massive turkey leg. It must have been a big chook if it wasn't a turkey leg. Or what was with the chook or turkey? I don't understand this. But definitely liked his food. And was there tattoo on the left side, like on the left shoulder? Did he also have a tragedy younger that's affected him as well? Tattoo left arm and a tragedy. And I feel like this tragedy was on this guy's mind for his whole entire life. And I feel like this was like a shooting or something like that from a friend or someone that he knew that was quite close to. Something wasn't right, and it rocked his path. It rocked his world for the rest of his life, if that makes sense. Okay. So, but he was very sorrow. He was very sad in his soul. His soul was never happy, Even though he's just shown me like the Robin Williams, like Robin Williams was always happy on the outside, but deeply sorrowed on the inside. And that's what I'm seeing with him. But I'll leave that there. And he just wants to say thank you because he knows that you tried really hard after. And was it you that kept the family together? Was it you that did all the running around and kept the family together after? Because he's saying to me that, well, if it wasn't you, it was someone. Do you have a sister that looks like you, or someone, or a cousin, or who's that pulled the reins and got, put their sorrow aside and just organized everything? Because there's someone that's really special. He's trying to thank. He's going, thank you. Running around and just doing everything. Because everyone else was just so beside themselves from the passing that they couldn't even they were just running in circles. They just couldn't get themselves together. That's how I see this. And I get a lot of anxiety from you as well. But I'll leave that there. A lot of people with anxiety tonight. Wow. I'll leave that there. Thank you. Any validation, Sarah Lee, the chat? But if you could validate that, type in capitals and then validate that there, Kate, that would be amazing, please, if I'm on track. Karen Riley, I did marry a Pisces. There you go. Beautiful people. Darlena George, my dad was a Pisces. She said, that's my older brother. Yes, I see and hear all. Yes, she's a medium, this lady. Kate O'Mahony, you're a medium, lovey. So you need to just acknowledge spirit and send it off until you're ready. Otherwise, they're going to keep bashing your head. You're going to start to get headaches. Yesterday, was elections for chief and council, and I lost by 2 votes. Tisha Rook. Okay. Yesterday was elections for chief and council, and I lost by 2 votes due to some individuals not being able to vote. They're appealing it. Do you see a revote happening and it ending up in my favor? Oh, I don't like your chances of it being a revote. But if it does go, look, this is a really, really tricky question, Natasha, because I see like 50-50 phone a friend. That's what I'm hearing, 50-50 phone a friend. And I don't worry, I can't, we try not to talk about politics on here, because don't start me, because I'll be here all night screaming. But I do see big smiles on your face, though, if that makes sense, and big smiles and like phone call big smiles, which is going to be nice for you. So hold the fort. It's like you're going in this direction and you just slightly deviate and then come back. I mean, what's wrong with these 2 people doing their votes now and just putting it in? Like, can you pop that question to them? Like, everyone doesn't have to do a complete revote. They just need to get these 2 people just to finish or start their vote and finish, pretty much, isn't it? That's logic. So that's what I see. Okie dokie. She said, that's how I feel too. Well, exactly. So I just see smiles on your face there, Tesha. I don't feel like that you're going to be unhappy for too long. It's disappointing right now, but look at the path that you're on. You're right up there. It's like you're neck and neck. So if those 2 people, it just wasn't meant to be, because if spirit wanted you to have those 2 people to vote or whatever the case may be, they would have done that. They would have actually physically done that. Okay, they would have been there. It wasn't meant to be. The path wasn't set right for that timing. So it's coming up though. So keep the smiles, keep it going. Whatever you're doing, you're doing correct. It's just a couple more little tweaks here and there, and I feel like this is going to pay off for you. But because I do see the smiles on your face. And were you in a like a dark grey suit, like top and bottom kind of thing, skirt past the knees? Was it a dark grey color, white shirt? Because I'm seeing that kind of outfit on you. It's a dark grey, like a dark grey charcoal color skirt and a blazer, like jacket. White shirt underneath. Black shoes, stockings, Unless you're really tanned, that's what I can see. Short, wavy hair to here. That's what I'm seeing. I can't even see your photo. This is all I get to see. Okay, that's all I get to see. I don't see anyone's faces, or I just get your name and I just get your question. I don't really see anything else. But please keep us posted. She says, I appreciate that. That is how I felt also. This was validating. Thank you. Yeah, so lots of good stuff coming up for you there, Tesha. So hold the fort. And when you're in, you need to make a difference, because otherwise you're going to be out the following vote or the following time. So if you need to hit the ground running when you get in, and it's going to be not just about you, it's going to be paying it forward and about people, because as soon as you see people like that and it's paying forward, it's going to pay off. So paying forward pays off, okay? Really super important for you. And I'll leave that there. So over to you there, Miss Ellie. Ah, there we go. There's the bloating. Okay.
Yeah, so Jamie Lee said, I had a surgery a few months ago because I was getting so bloated and had pain. Turns out I had gallstones and I had my gallbladder removed.
Ah, there we go. I said that earlier.
I do feel I have a lot of issues now with my bowel. As for the person you picked up on, I was in a relationship with my children's father that was toxic, so I left. I do suffer with a lot of anxiety, but I meditate every night.
Well done. Thank you. Yeah, look at your minerals, lovey. Get your minerals into you, Gemma. But definitely the gallstones. I mean, I had a gallbladder issue. It was a non-functioning gallbladder after my 3 surgeries that I had for my cancer. And sure as ever, my gallbladder just coincidentally decided to pack it in. And oh my God, did that gallbladder cause me some hell. I thought I was in hell. I got itchy nose around you too. It was the most painful, tiny little gallbladder I've ever had in my life. I don't have it anymore, and I don't really care about it, thank God. But once you have your gallbladder out, your gallbladder goes back to normal, or your body, it flows as normal. It just gets used to it. The liver just has to do a little bit more, but yeah. But I'm fine. That's how I see it. I don't have to worry too much about my diet for that. Yeah, no. Darlena George, I lost a good friend through a misunderstanding. Do you see us being friends again? Just need clarification. I just, look, this friendship stuff lately, with people, I don't know what is with people. People are just, out of control. They're users. They only want you when they want something from you. They don't care if you're working and they call you at work, things like that, So it's got to stop, guys. They don't care. They don't have no respect for your time. They have no respect for your for what you're going through, or they don't even care what you're going through. Don't even ask you, how are you, So it's, and I'm not saying this about your friend there, Darlene. I'm just saying in general, just lately, just feel like a lot of things like that do occur with people. But it's time for change, and this change is, it's upset you. It's on your mind, Darlena, but I don't feel like that you've dodged a bullet here. I just feel like it's time to move on. And if you were proper, pure, genuine, long-term friends instead of just like acquaintances, then this misunderstanding would not have been a misunderstanding. Okay, so sometimes it's spirit making it meant to be. So over to you there, Miss Ellie.
So Simonetta said, validation. I had a reading from Leslie. Let me say that she always seems to amaze me and all my family. I will tell you one of the validations, as I could write a page. She asked who was going to Vegas, and so funny, they organized the bachelor party of my future son-in-law. She was right on the dot about my daughter's wedding. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, lovey. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, yesterday I had a private reading with Simonetta, and I said, I'll get Vegas. So what's going on in Vegas, And then she said it was her son-in-law's, having his Bucks night over in Vegas. I said, just be careful. I said, I feel like they're going to do a week there. She goes, no, they're going to do 3 days. I go, no, it's going to feel like to them they're going to do a week there, because they're going to party. They're pretty much not even going to sleep in the hotel. The hotel's just for their bags, I said. So it's quite funny. But I said, be careful in the street, because the street is not the same as what it was when anybody else has visited there before, and I do see police hanging around, so just be careful. Like, it's okay in the actual clubs and stuff, it'll be fine, but yeah. Okay, I don't have much time for people who at the moment, but pets and plants get my attention and love. Yes, that's true. I just love all this pets and stuff at the moment. I could just literally sell my home and go and live on a farm and just enjoy mini horses. And I've been watching giraffes. I've been watching hippos, elephants. I mean, don't think I could have them on a farm, but anyway. I haven't got my mobile phone here to even do a prayer tonight, but I'm going to just say goodnight to everybody. And let me see if I've got a prayer in my notes. 1 second there, Mr. Ellie. Yep, and I'll see if I've got a prayer. Oh, no, it's going to update. So that's a fail already.
I have another validation.
Oh, well, then over to them. Over to you, Miss Ellie.
So Kate Marty said, Lesley, you've got a lot of men in my life that passed. My younger brother had the big funeral and best friend's motorbike. He loved his food. Then my older brother is the tall, dark one who passed 3 years ago. He had an awful tragedy. His best friend stabbed his girlfriend in his face in front of him.
Oh, didn't I say the stabbing earlier? And I said the tragedy. I did say that. Oh my gosh. Yep.
That's when his life went downhill. He was a drinker, and the suicide was my husband. He had an overdose, and we were separated at the time. He was living at his mum's, and I believe she had enough of him, and he ended up in a home, and that's where he passed at 45. My dad used to eat a big chicken leg, like you said. He got my eldest brother's funeral. As my daughter, daughter got everything organized. There is too much to go into as you've got everything spot on. Thank you so much, Lesley, for my reading.
Wow.
Yes, I have seen spirit since a child. Don't know how to use it.
Yeah, so if you've seen spirit since you're a child there, Kate, you need to make sure that you just protect yourself. So in other words, telling them to acknowledge them and tell them to go away until you're really ready to accept them to come in, but they will protect you. So, and then just put some white light around yourself. So just picture the white lighter locked onto your body. I call it locking on. But I'll leave that there, and I'm going to grab, well, I don't have my phone here to do a prayer tonight, but we're going to, I want everybody to be thinking about our dear Michelle Harris's friend Claire, who's in hospital, as well as Tanya Aikens. She had her mum, I think, was it her mum? Can't remember. Okay, I scribbled it down and I didn't scribble it properly, and I can't read. Her nana, that's right, her nana that was unwell as well. So everyone, please, if you've got someone that you've got in a hospital or in heaven, you need to ask them, the ones in heaven, to help the ones in hospital. And we'll leave it there, and I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 till 10. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM. Good night, everybody. Bye. Watch that went quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys.
If you're business in Southwest Sydney, then you need to become a member of the Liverpool Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Get noticed, build relationships, and bring credibility to your business while staying informed of opportunities right in your own backyard. Liverpool Chamber membership is a fantastic opportunity to get involved.
Wrong one. Oh my gosh, remember the shocker.